Yay! Nice to meet you virtually.
It is nice to meet you too. Guys, we were introduced through a mutual friend and just thought it would be. I asked Jessie if she would be interested in jumping on my page and going live with me just to share about her lifestyle and health and wellness because she's basically the epitome of all things wonderful and healthy and beautiful and happy. So I was like, let's talk about it and share it with people. Like I have a couple different communities, like this community, I have a hair and beauty community, and it's just interesting with the hairstylists community. I thought, wow, like I felt like they would really love to hear from you because as hairdressers and hairstylists, a lot of times they're just go, 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 and not, fueling themselves on coffee all day long. And then, and now they're having a moment to go, oh, now I'm at home. Now I can take care of myself. Like, what would that actually look like? So I just thought it would be an interesting conversation, and immunity is, the topic of the world right now.
Yeah.
And you are an expert in wellness and immunity. So I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. And guys, if you have any questions, like feel free to ask them or like just use a little question thing below. Let me see if there are okay, there are a few here, but we'll answer some questions later if that's okay with you, Jessie.
Yeah, I'm cool. Whatever happens. We'll just go with the flow.
Cool. Yeah, I'm with you. What does it say? It says,
do we see the same thing? I don't know how this works. Do we see the same thing?
Yeah, well, I was just reading someone's comment. I can't believe Jessie isn't like 24 or 25.
Oh, thanks.
Me neither. There was a picture of you on you look like I would think you're like, if I would guess, I would probably say, by the looks of you, I'd probably say like 28, but like, just because I like watched some of your stories, I would be like, well, she's like maybe in her 30s, just like maturity, but same. Same girl, same.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
That's my dog.
Oh, you're so cute.
He does not like anybody coming back. Oh, okay.
Sorry about that. How sweet.
Bodie,
so Jessie, how did you get started like in health and wellness, or can you give everyone like a little background on you?
Yeah.
What you do?
Yeah, I've always kind of been dabbled into health and wellness. I've always been attracted to nature. I learned at a very early age that like I needed the sun, very simple things, but I grew up in Chicago. We didn't get the sun a lot. So we kind of worshiped the sun when it did come out, craving nature and natural foods. And then when I got pregnant, I was 25. And that's when I really started paying attention to what I was eating and what I was doing. I gave birth at home naturally. I learned a lot about what our bodies are capable of. And that's when I kind of started questioning Western medicine as well, because there was a lot of contradicting things that I was told, a lot of fear-based, which actually is interesting because it goes hand in hand with kind of what's happening now. There's so much fear around women and pregnancy and what they're capable of. And it always makes me so sad when women don't have like a beacon of light to be like, listen, you were born to do this. You can have a child. Like, not, I don't say everybody should have a child at home, but that's what I got to do. And then after I had my son, this is kind of where things kind of went crazy. I became a vegetarian when I was 11. I'm no longer a vegetarian, but just kind of setting the stage that I was considered the epitome of health. I was a ballerina. I was a yoga teacher. I gave birth at home. I was vegetarian. And then I got diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis at age 29. And it was just like, up to that point, I thought I was bulletproof.
You're like, how could this happen? I've done all like the right things. And totally.
Yeah, everybody was like, what do you mean? Like, my nickname was like grandma because I always had tinctures in my bag. And, like everyone was like, how could you have gotten anything? Like, you're the healthiest person I know. Mm-hmm. So that kind of really just shifted my whole life. But I've always looked at it as a blessing because I learned so much. It inspired me to become a holistic health practitioner. But most of like what I've learned is just through my own experience. I still have rheumatoid arthritis. I say that I'm thriving. I choose to thrive despite it, but it's a constant evolving issue. Anybody living with chronic disease, whether you're a holistic practitioner or you know nothing about it, you really have to be your own doctor. And you know, one day I'm like, oh, I'm doing this. And then the next day I'm like, now I'm doing this. And you just have to kind of figure out and see what works for you. It's constantly changing, you know?
Well, it's really like listening to your body. You really have to get to a point where you're not, you know, being busy, where you can actually just like be still with yourself and hear what your body's telling you too. So I'm sure you've had to become an expert at that.
Yeah, listening to my body was huge. You know, because of my ballet background, I was actually taught to ignore every signal in my body my entire life. And most athletes, dancers, anybody that kind of has used their body a lot, they're taught to just ignore everything. So I
and like just push through it.
Push through it was a huge thing in my entire life. You push through everything. If you're sick, you go to ballet, you sweat it out. It was always pushing. And not until I found yoga, and my body got to the point where I was laid out. I did not walk for a year, almost a year of my life. I was forced to listen to the inner dialogue and everything actually going on. It was the first time, and I think for me, it was the only way that I was actually going to listen. You know, it was being forced to. Yeah.
I mean, I often find like that is what happens. Like it's, if you don't hear like the whisper and then you'll hear the knock and then you'll be like, okay, I'm just gonna time out for a minute. Like you need to listen, which I kind of feel like that's what's happening in our world right now. This is like a major time out to say, okay, people, whatever it is you needed to listen to, like shut yourself in the house and think about it. Whether it's like your health, your finances, your business, your relationships, like you'll find out really quickly if the person you're living with is someone you can continue to live with, right? Like so everything, like so many things are just
everything's
coming forward
right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to share this. There's a butterfly. Hang on a second. I'm going to share this. He is just chilling here. Can you see him? Oh, we're right on the left side of the screen. Do you see that little orange
thing?
I
see him. Yes.
Yeah. He's just chilling there this whole time. And I'm like, if he's not going to fly away, I have to share. Is that the sweetest little omen?
That is so sweet. I love that.
I'm like, oh, he's still there.
That
Speaking
is so
of,
cool.
Yeah, it's very interesting. But I think you're right. I think, and that's the way that I'm trying to look at this is we might never have a nationwide pause like this ever again in our lifetime. And I think that there's some really precious opportunities here for us to make ourselves better, make humanity better. Like there's so many amazing possibilities within this time that we have. And that's what I'm choosing to focus on instead of like the fear and the panic and like the, do I have enough, you know, it's, you know, and I do want to preface this. I feel very blessed that I have a roof over my head, that financially I'm okay. You know, I have my family with me. I know there's a lot of people that live paycheck to paycheck or that are quarantining alone or that are immune compromised. I mean, there's a lot of, you know, other things going on and my heart goes out to them for sure.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that. I had a conversation with my girlfriend earlier today and I was sharing with her, she had shared something on her Instagram story about, long story short, about her enjoying her evening. Like, here's how you can have a great night in your house. And she got really upset because someone got upset that she was happy. Like they were upset that like, how can you be this way? Because when other people are suffering, and she ended up taking it down. And I said, here's the thing. I was like, isn't that interesting though? But I said, you know, you can still enjoy your life and be grateful and be happy for the things that you have and have fun. Like you can have fun in your house and do the things, but it doesn't mean you don't have empathy for what's happening with people around the world. But it also doesn't mean that you have to take on that weight and that sadness and that depression. Like that's actually not what we're supposed to do. You have empathy and you can feel, but you need to, you know, there's no point in having the whole weight on your shoulders. Like people also want to see how can they live happily during this time. And it's not just all doom and gloom, even if there are people and places that maybe their current situation is more doom and gloom than fun and happy right now. But
yeah, I think
it's
there's enough bad news going on. I think the more positive stuff, you know, I did a post the other day about like all the light workers. Like, this is what we have been working on our entire life. Like, this is your time to come forward and share. And just to, you know, to say on like what you just talked about, like, people are going to always have something to say, and you can't let one person from 10, you might have just shifted 10 people's perspective. One person who's having a bad day or is hurt might take it personally, but you can't take it personally. If you're coming from a positive place from your heart, you just have to share it and hope that it translates. And, you know, somebody said something to me the other day, which I'm actually doing this online course right now, working on myself, which I've never done before.
Ooh,
and she said, yeah, I'll tell you about it. And she said part of my homework was her wanting me to like call some people in my past that I no longer talk to. And I was like, oh, I instantly got like this. And she goes, you know what, Jessie? You know those people that want to make the world a better place? And I'm like, yeah. And I could tell she's like directly talking to me. She goes, who's going to make those people better if you don't like give them an opportunity to be better by like reaching out to them and calling them? And I'm like,
but I did one time.
Yeah, I was like, oh, exactly. I was like, but I did like 100 times and like I got the same result. So it's definitely tricky, but yeah, sometimes you just got to keep moving forward, and hopefully eventually something will click and they'll register with them. But
yeah, absolutely. Do you have any courses yourself that or you're taking someone's right now? That's someone's course that you're in.
Yeah.
Got it.
No,
Okay.
I don't have anything myself.
Okay.
I have some stuff on my web. I mean, I have my book.
Yeah.
In my book, I have reflection pages.
I love that.
Yeah. So it kind of, you know, you read and then I ask you specific questions so that you can figure out how to use the book, you know, for yourself. Because I feel like everybody's different, whether it's your health or spiritual practice or self-care, you know, stuff like that. But I don't have any courses. No.
Okay. I was just curious. I wasn't sure. I didn't see that you did, but I wasn't 100% positive. I definitely want to get your book though, for sure. I was stalking your products on your website and they look fabulous. So
Thank
so
you.
Good.
Thank you so much.
So I love that you had your baby at home. That is like speaking my language. I did not have my daughter at home, but I was just too fearful, and it wasn't even at the time. Like, it didn't even cross my mind. Like, a few people asked me, "You're going to have your baby at home," and I was like, "No. But it's interesting now, just what I've learned and experienced, and my mindset's just different. And now I would definitely, my first choice would not be to go to the hospital. It would be to have a baby at home for sure. I was do you follow like Kim Anami?
No.
Okay. I think you'd really like her, but she did a really great podcast, and it was just random that I listened to it. And it was called like the Free Birth Podcast. Oh. It was really cool. And it's like totally changed my perspective and opened my eyes to like the power that women have, and what we can, what like what you mentioned, like what women are actually made to do. It's like, this is what your body's made for. Like, yeah, it's not as scary as the world sometimes can make it seem like it is.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, exactly kind of what we're going through right now.
Yes, exactly what we're going through now. I mean, there's a big connection there. It's just in a different way. It's not just geared towards women. So for people that are like immunocompromised, or they're just, like, now they're taking like a look at their health, what would you share with them? Like, would there be any, like, I mean, I know it's like an overall like holistic approach, but if you could share just a few tips, like some things that they could do right now, maybe it's foods or practices. Yeah. What would that be?
Well, I mean, I think the blessing in this is that we all know that there's a possibility that we might get COVID. So the best thing that we can do is boost up our immune system. It's not like we're going to be blindsided if we get it. You know what I mean? So, you know, refrain from partying and smoking and doing all those obvious things, even though I feel like a lot of people are quarantining and doing that. Sure. You want to be your healthiest healthy right now in case you do get it, then your body is strong enough to fight off the infection and get over it quicker. So obviously, I know that you shared stuff today on your Instagram, which was great. And I also stalked your little link tree, and you have amazing examples on there of what to do. And it's, the basic stuff. I also have like a COVID defense thing on my blog. Like the basic things are obvious, like vitamin C and D3, zinc, elderberry. There's certain things that I recommend that you have in your house. And then just being mindful, outside of what you're putting in your body, the supplements you're taking, but balancing your stress levels, your fear levels, because that is going to compromise your immune system. Staying positive, just kind of having this anticipation that you're going to get sick. You can actually create it and have a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. So just, trying to maintain. And that's the beauty in this. Like I always tell people, the practice comes in the chaos. So it's easy to practice these things when there's not a lingering pandemic around here. Right. This is the most powerful time to practice these things. Can I meditate when I'm feeling like panic and fear is taking over my body? Can I switch my mind frame when, that's where the practice lies, is in all this chaos right now.
I love that. That's such a great line. It's such a great thing to think about because it's like, how are you going to act when things are uncertain and things are chaotic? And truly it's like, how much can you, I'd like to say, I'd almost say like, how much do you love yourself and how much are you willing to take care of yourself and take control of your mindset? Because it's just everything.
I think this is easier for parents because we have people relying on us. Like I learned a lot about self-love from being a mother because I had to be amazing for my son. But we're all in this together as humans, and how we take care of ourselves right now has a direct impact on the entire world. So you have to start thinking outside of yourself. Self-care, self-love, yes, absolutely. But like, if you don't have that for yourself, then think of other people and maybe like, what would you tell your best friend if she wasn't feeling good or not taking care of herself or still smoking or not eating well or being, freaked out about everything? Like, what advice would you give her? And then try and take it yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm going to pull up a few questions.
Yeah.
Okay. This is from Tania. What does she use for her skin?
That's an easy one.
Yeah.
I have a skincare line called The Golden Secrets. And I talked a little bit about this earlier, but it was an accidental business. I've been hand making my own skincare line for, 15 years. And I finally started bottling it when people literally gave me the name. My last name is Golden. And people would say, "What's your golden secret?"
And you're
all the time. And I was like, I think there might be something here. So I have an organic skincare line. I have 2 different face oils. One is called the Youth Beauty Face Oil, and the other one is called the Heal All Oil. And I kind of rotate between the 2.
Love that. Do you have any, like, I believe you do, I can't think of the name of it. Do you have like body treatments, like body oils?
Oh yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah. Everything's multi-purpose, but each product is like specified for a particular thing. But because everything's organic and natural, you can use it for like even your hair, like my Goddess Shaping Oil. It's a drier oil, so you can put it on the ends and it won't make it like really down. Yeah, like way down and it grows. It soaks it up pretty fast and it smells amazing. Lemongrass is one of the main scents in there.
Ooh, I love lemongrass.
Yeah. So I have a whole variety of body oils, face oils, powders, masks, and some wellness tools.
Love that. What, how long have you had the actual product line, the Golden Secrets?
It's been like 5 years. I only had one product, my Signature Blend perfume roller, for a couple years. And then I slowly, like I said, it was an accidental business. I had a blog first, and then I released the Signature Blend, and it was like, I was like, oh my God, is this what I'm doing now? Like,
you're like,
yeah, I was like, okay. So I've been slowly, teaching myself along the way. And now I have like 15 SKUs, like a
That
whole
yeah,
line.
that's so I
Yeah.
love it. Yeah, it's beautiful. I love the packaging too.
Thank you.
What here? What are okay? What are some of your favorite ways to de-stress or wind down after a long day?
Yes. After a long day, what I've been doing lately, actually, I feel kind of spoiled, but I have this little pop-up sauna, which is great for people that have small houses like me. So it literally is the size, just a little bit bigger, like your body just sits in it and your head pops out. You could see it in my highlights. That has been my main thing since quarantine.
Really?
Because I'm still working at home. So there's like an interesting dynamic in my house. My boyfriend and my son are like on vacation and I'm working. And so I'm like, so at the end of the day, like I go in my little office with my little sauna and I hop in there for like an hour and I just sweat it out. And that's one of my favorite things. I mean, I'm a huge advocate of like heat and cold. I think it also helps with like the mind frame of just like switching something really quick. So if I'm feeling like a little funky, like you just hop in the cold shower, take a cold shower.
Like to wake yourself up or like
Yeah,
to
just to
like
kind of
shift
like
your
switch.
state.
It's a quick shift
Yeah.
of energy.
Totally.
And then we've been taking the dog for walks. Other than that, we haven't really been leaving the house. I've been watching a lot more Netflix and I'm totally embracing it.
Okay.
But I also watch Gaia. I don't know if you guys are Gaia.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gaia has great content that feels a little bit more like soul worthy. But also, you know, with all these Instagram lives, there has been so many amazing interviews too that I'm going back and watching and just trying to learn. I'm watching a different array of people talking about the coronavirus, like more conservative people and then some conspiracy theorists. And, you know, I like to like kind of check everything out.
Yeah. There is so much good free content now. And that's what I've shared with people too. I'm like, there's no excuses right now not to learn and to feel better. And, you know, I've heard a few people say, well, I'm feeling kind of low because I can't get to the gym. And I'm like, listen, your people are doing their own, you know, virtual classes. And I mean, the world just went virtual like overnight, essentially. And I think people are going to, I think they're going to end up getting used to it and be like, you know what? I like doing this virtual thing. I mean, we work from home too. So for us, it's not a huge shift. And I love being at home. So it's kind of nice. It's different having having my daughter here all day long. And
how old is she?
She's 3.
Oh, so that is, I had a Zoom party with my girlfriends last night.
Oh, how fun.
And 2 of them have toddlers. And I was like, that's a different story.
Oh yeah.
Like us that have older kids, it's like they can kind of figure it out and I don't have to like even really do homework I can't even do half the homework with them because I don't even understand it, to be honest with you. But like it's totally different when you have a toddler. So.
Oh yeah, it's definitely I was even saying like, gosh, maybe I could find a nanny to come and quarantine herself in this room for like a guest house for 14 days and then she can come into the main house and be with us until this is over. Like it's a real thing. It depends on how long this goes. It could work.
Yeah.
But I'm also looking at it like, again, like you mentioned, this may never happen again in our lifetime, which is good, but also like, hey, I think there's good and beauty and greatness in everything. Like even the situation, like with our daughter, I'm just like, hey, now we get to be together and you would normally be in school and now I get to hang out with you more and do crafts and make smoothies together like more than we normally get to. So it's all about just finding the goodness.
I think it's perspective too. Like I always feel one of my issues in the real world when quarantine isn't happening is I feel like I never have enough time. And my days are just blending into one another and I'm never getting to the end of my list. And like when I found out this was happening for real, I got so excited. I was like, I'm going to get to my master to-do list. And like, you know, like, cause I have a master to-do list that I've never gotten to. I still, you know, and it's been like almost, 2.5 weeks and I still haven't gotten to it. But but it's just that little time too. Like I feel like I don't get a lot of time with my son. I don't get a
Yeah.
lot of time with my boyfriend. I don't get, so I'm like fully embracing these movie nights and
Yeah.
making dinner and just hanging out, making coffee in the morning, and we're all together. Like it's like Sunday every morning.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it 100%
I'm like,
is.
this is so cool.
Yeah. And with like
Yeah.
the movie and the Netflix thing, like, who was I talking to recently? I was talking to someone and I said, here's the thing with like, because normally people are like, oh, I binge watch Netflix and da 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 da. Like, and that can be good or bad for people. Like for people that do it all the time, it's like use this as a time to like do something different or not just sit on the couch like a couch potato, because there's a like everyone knows like whether it's good for them or bad for them. Like
Yeah.
for you, you're saying like I'm in like taking in like relaxing and watching Netflix more, like you know that that's good for you because it's not something that like you can feel the difference. But yeah, same thing for me. Like we're watching like some more movies and Frozen 2 for the 400th time or whatever. But it's but other things as well. But I'm embracing it. I'm like, you know what? Tonight I'm going to watch a couple episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm because it's fun and I don't normally do that. So
that's so funny. We've been on that too. My son is 15 and it's his favorite show, which is hilarious. I'm like, you're such an old man. He's such
it is, yeah.
It's like
definitely
he likes that and The Office. I'm like,
he has a great sense of humor. Then
I know, it's so funny. He's such an old man. But yeah, we've been watching all that stuff, and I've like never watched it, and now I'm like into both of those. So funny.
I'm obsessed with Larry David. He makes me laugh so much. Okay, so like what are some, like just for fun, like what are some of your like health hacks? So for example, what I mean by this is like you mentioned you drink coffee. Now some people are like coffee's not good, coffee's not healthy. Like, but I'm just saying like what are some like little like tips or things or fun things that you do with like your health and wellness? Like you mentioned like the sauna, like that's something really cool that I think most people would be like, oh, wouldn't have thought of that before. Like something that I do is I don't drink coffee a lot, but I put inulin powder in like all of my my coffee, and I call it like my hot sexy skinny coffee because I'm like adding fiber to it and stuff. But like that's so you have this fun things that you do that people could like easily implement into their life.
I mean, right now I've been adding, it's so minor because like I don't want to take too much, but I add CBD to my coffee every morning, just like 3 little drops. It just takes the edge off. If I take too much, it makes me too tired. But I don't drink a lot of coffee. I think like 1 to 2 cups, 2 cups is like the most that I ever do. Is so great in the morning. It boosts your immune system. You know, it keeps things moving. It keeps you going. It helps me stay alert. I didn't drink coffee for a couple of months and I just started drinking again, caffeine. And I noticed a huge shift in my alertness and focus. So I'm a huge advocate of that. Little CBD in there. And then something that I do that like people think is hilarious and it can be a little contradicting, but the way that my house is set up, I can do this, is I sunbathe naked. In the morning. I have my coffee. The sun is in this perfect spot. Nobody can see me. I think it's important to get sunlight where the sun doesn't always shine. Okay.
I think that's a really good point. Well, your body actually takes in more vitamin D, like when it's in your torso and such. Yeah.
Especially right now for immunity. And it's very sensitive. So I have more, like I have a darker skin tone, so I can sit in the sun, and I need to sit in the sun to get more vitamin D because I have more melanin in my skin. So it takes me a really long time to burn. I suggest people start really slow, like 5 minutes without sunscreen. It's better to do it even if you're using non-toxic sunscreen. It's advised to just, you know, kind of build up the immunity. So like right now is the best time. Is, you know, you just do 5 minutes a day in the full sun and you start to develop a little bit of like a base tan for it. So that's something that I do every single day.
I think that's an amazing tip. Yeah.
And I also think looking up, not directly at the sun, but when you wake up in the morning for the circadian rhythm is like allowing the light to hit your eyes. It kind of helps get things going. And then of course at night you want to do the opposite to, you know, not we're watching Netflix and doing all these things, but like I've been trying to do sauna and then I do a cold shower and I go to bed. So I
Mm.
don't want to see I don't want to be on the phone. I don't want to be on the screen or anything that's going to keep me up longer, especially with right now. It's like, I don't know what you're going to be watching before you go to bed. You kind of want to not have anything that's going to be too jarring, like, and
Sure.
scare you or something before you go to bed. So just
Or
clearing your
anxiety,
mind.
give you anxiety before you go to bed. Yeah.
Yeah, and just kind of like, even if it's 5 minutes of doing, like we were talking, like a little self-care ritual, maybe taking a little bit longer to brush your teeth or floss or do some oil pulling, tongue cleaning, like you were
Oh,
talking
I
about.
love tongue cleaning.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
your in your thing.
Yeah.
I'm a huge advocate of tongue cleaning. In the morning too, like I wake up, I'll do oil pulling, I'll brush my teeth, I'll do tongue cleaning, oil pulling, and I'll literally swish it around the entire time I'm making my coffee. So like at least 5 minutes. So there's just those little things that you can start incorporating, and that we have more time. Like we're not rushing out the door right now. So just, adding those little things, those little moments make a huge impact, especially about feeling good about yourself. Because like I really haven't gotten out of like I put like a little dress on for you guys today. I was like, I put a dress on.
I did the same. I was like, I put a little dress on too.
Yeah. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get out of my robe. But it makes you feel good, because we don't know how long this is gonna last. So, take care of yourself and give yourself a little extra love, put a little blush on, something,
Do
hair.
something that makes you feel good. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be like a big, huge thing. Like I honestly love how you just said even flossing your teeth, because most people don't floss their teeth every day. Like I do it almost every day, but still, like even when I do it, I'm like, oh yeah, oh, I'm doing good.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, girl.
And I always say this to my son, how you do anything is how you do everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you imagine, like, if you floss your teeth really amazing in the morning, the rest of the day is going to go good. Or if you make your bed, so there's some people that are all advocates of, if you got to start by making your bed, it's going to set the tone for the rest of the day. It's those little things, people that are like just getting into wellness and self-care. I cannot tell you enough how it's those little things. It's not going to be something huge that's going to shift in overnight. It's going to be flossing your teeth for 10 days. That's going to make the difference in a row. It's just creating those little rituals, oil pulling every morning, taking a cold shower, going out in the sun. It's those little things that you start doing consistently that's going to create a shift.
Yeah, and those little things just really create self-discipline. Like I actually wouldn't recommend people going and trying to like change everything in their life all of a sudden. Even right now, it's like
100%.
Pick 3 things that you can do today, and then maybe the next day pick one more thing. What's one little thing you can do?
Yeah.
And then in 2 weeks or 30 days, you'll be like, wow, I have 14 little things that I do that are just really cool, that make me feel good. Tell me quickly about your diet. You were vegetarian, now you're not vegetarian. Like, how do you, just tell us everything about you and all the foods you eat.
Yeah. This is such an interesting topic, because I feel like this is the only way I could say it. I was the annoying vegan PETA advocate at every dinner table from 11 years old till 20.
Wow, interesting. Well, I tell you, I have so many friends who are vegan, and I don't like to say I'm vegan because I just don't like to talk about being vegan. Like I don't because I feel like I just don't want to talk about being vegan. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like it's the topic of every conversation when you're at a table with food and vegans.
And that's why I just don't like labels, period. Because for years I was on this bandwagon and I kind of felt very alone. And then through social media, it became this huge thing. And I think it's made a great impact on a lot of people. It's brought a lot of awareness. It's helped a lot of animals. And I think that there's definitely a positive thing to it. But I also think you have to go back and check in with yourself and see what works for you. So I've gone all over the place.
So what happened? What's your story with it? And I'm just really curious. So we're vegetarian. My boyfriend's been vegetarian like his whole life. But I'm always just interested to kind of hear like what shifted for you and what kind of foods like make you feel great now.
Yeah.
And especially
So-
with the RA, like that's really interesting.
Yeah, I'm kind of testing something out right now, kind of because we're in quarantine. So I was doing a lot. I've always done a lot of juicing in between, whether I was eating some animal products. I was mostly plant-based.
Sure.
And then I would eat a little bit of meat here and there. My boyfriend cooks 90% of the meals, and he definitely eats a lot of meat. So that was a huge influence. But also I did a lot of research on the carnivore diet. I find it very fascinating. And I always try and remain open and humble and not judgmental towards anything.
Yeah.
Because everything is constantly evolving. And
It's so important to look at it that way.
We're constantly evolving as humans. So I'm like dabbling and doing some research. And just recently, there's this guy who I really admire who sent me a bunch of literature on how bad even organic vegetables can be with somebody with rheumatoid arthritis because of the oxalates in it and all of these other compounds. Even if it's organic, it can create more inflammation. So he said, why don't you just try it along with these other remedies that he had suggested, prebiotics and stuff like that, enzymes, and just see how it is. And I thought, well, it's interesting timing because I certainly don't have 20 ounces of celery juice every morning right now.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I'm not doing my celery. I'm not doing normal juicing. I was doing like juicing at least twice a day. I'm not doing any of that. So I'm not really getting a lot of plants right now. The only plants are sea vegetables, which I recommend for people to have right now because you can keep them in your cabinet forever. There's different ones like, just the nori or what's the one that I'm eating all the time right now? I'm having brain fog, just like kelp, but you can just add water to it and it just kind of comes back to life. So it can stay in your cabinet forever. Huge advocate of sea vegetables. And then I'm doing a little bit of citrus. I'm not doing any other plants really.
Wow.
Right now. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is kind of like guinea pig territory. We're going to see.
It'll be interesting to see. Yeah. It'll totally be interesting to see.
Yeah.
I'll be curious to know.
Yeah. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I don't feel any different, either way. So we'll see how that goes.
I'm excited to hear. Now, what's your favorite kind of juice? Would it be celery? Like, is that kind of your go-to when it, you can get it more readily? Celery. Yeah.
I mean, I have some recipes in my book. I used to do a ton of celery, fennel, and carrot. It was like the perfect blend of like potassium and sodium. And then I kind of jumped on the medical medium thing. Everybody was like celery. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll just do celery by itself. It's easier it's easier to make.
That's what I like because it's one ingredient.
I was like, I'll just try this. I don't know. I think it flushes the system. It definitely keeps things moving. That's pretty much the only thing that I really noticed. But I've always done juicing in between because I intermittent fast almost every day.
Okay.
But I've always done juicing in between my main meals because I felt like I needed those nutrients. So I would go towards more alkaline vegetables. So I would do like cucumber, maybe a little bit of apple, and then like ginger. I never did like a ton of smoothies and fruits and sugary things like that. Like if I wanted watermelon, I would just eat watermelon or
totally.
Yeah.
I recently, like last year, started because I've always been like certain fruits, like I just want to eat them. Like I don't want to blend them up with other stuff. Like watermelon's always been one. But last year I got freaking hooked on watermelon and mint. Like I would just blend it together. And then I do
good.
So good. And then watermelon and basil. Like I would just like different days just switch because I just love herbs like in anything. And I was like, okay, like I don't want to eat basil and eat my watermelon, but if I blend it and I put a little ice so it's like real frothy,
that is
so good. I love that. But yeah, I totally.
That's like a cocktail. That's like a mocktail. Like,
totally.
I'll drink that all day. Yeah.
Yes, it is so good. And I pour it into like my big mason jar glass, and I'm just
I love it.
This is good. And I love glass straws. I'm like obsessed with glass straws. So I'm just like, it's heaven.
That's beautiful.
Let me see. So as far as Okay, we already asked that question. Okay, what kind of like exercises do you do daily?
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is hilarious.
Or in general?
Yeah, but today I got up on TikTok, okay? Now,
Okay.
I have to tell you guys, okay, so I have a ballerina background. I was not like a hip hop dancer or like anything like that. I feel like I have two left feet. But I will tell you this, and my son is like, oh my God. So it used to be Musically. I don't know if you guys know this. And then
I remember that.
they bought like, and now it's TikTok. So I logged on to my old TikTok, and all my son's like old videos are on there from when he was like 8, which is hilarious. And I've been trying to get my family to do a TikTok for the last 2 weeks, and they're just like giving me a hard time. I was like, you guys need to help me do research. What TikTok do we need to do? And then like Usher
we're the same person. I've been doing the same thing. Like, what
Oh,
TikTok do I need to start with? I have no idea.
Well, I will tell you this. I found one that I liked, and I was like, I'm just going to learn this routine, and I don't care if I post it or if it's just for myself. And literally right before this call, I danced for an hour trying to learn this routine. I was sweating. I had to change my shirt. I was
Really?
like, this is what quarantine is about. Like, I would
Yes.
never have done TikTok in any other scenario. But I was like, and my son was like making fun of me. I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I just got the best workout. I had so much fun. I haven't done choreography like that in years. And so anyways, I highly recommend you guys checking it out, finding a dance that you want to learn, and just having fun with yourself, and don't take yourself too seriously.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I'm a yoga teacher. Yoga is my go-to. And at home, I've been doing just like little circuit training with bands. I have an 8-pound weight, and then I have like little bands. And I'm a huge advocate of like quick 20-minute sweat and get things moving and move on, you know?
Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Exercise is not my favorite. Everyone that knows me knows that. But if I can do something quick, like I love a dancing type thing. So yeah, and I saw one of the videos you did. I think it was on your story. Maybe it's on your page. No, I think it's an IGTV. I think you had bands on.
Yeah, I did some
legs.
bands and like some little, and even if you don't have anything like, especially for us women, like I always tell women, like, if you're going to do one thing, focus on your legs. It's our biggest muscle. You burn the most calories. And it's usually what we want to work on most. Like, don't do sit-ups. Like, just do some jump squats, do some, just literally jump squats and like jumping jacks and a couple little,
or maybe even like walking lunges, like
walking
down your hallway.
Lunges, anything like that. Like, just start moving. Don't overcomplicate it. And like you said, everyone's doing free content and going live and sharing all these great ideas. Like, I see women using champagne bottles to like,
oh, I love that.
like do their biceps, and detergents, like doing detergent squats.
So funny.
Yeah, you don't need anything fancy.
Oh, it's I can just go, here I'm going to do some bicep curls. That's cool. Well, thank you so much. I think this has been really fun, and I just appreciate you for being here.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it was so fun, and I love your lifestyle, love what you share, and I'll definitely be stalking you more, and I'm sure everyone else will too. Hi, Tula. How are you? Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, bro.
Definitely go follow Jessie. She's amazing.
Yay.
Okay.
Thanks, sister. Have a good day.
Bye, love. Talk to you later.
Bye.